Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. This is your girl Caroline. If you're a returning subscriber, hi love. How are you doing? Hope you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for your support. You guys motivate me to continue making vlogs like this. And if you're a new subscriber or new to my channel, hi, my name is Caroline. I create content on pregnancy, beauty, lifestyle, inspiration, so on and so forth. So in this video today, I'm going to talk about how to amp or oversupply your breast milk if you're breastfeeding, because that's what I'm doing currently. So I decided to create this video because I wanted to help out other moms, like the things that I did not know when it comes to breastfeeding, because I'm new to all this. Knowing that with my first son, I did not breastfeed as much as I wanted. So this time with my second son, my new son, yeah, things have been a little bit different. So yeah, that's where I'm trying to tackle and tell you guys the tricks and tips, and you know, the tips that I've learned as being a new mom again with a newborn child for the second time. So if you stay tuned, you will figure out what I'm talking about, and hoping it will help you or your friends or your friends of friends, you know, sisters, siblings, whoever you want to share this valuable information with. So
Caroline, Shaba, connect with me on the Caroline Show. Connect with me.
We're back. Thank you so much for staying with me right now. So first and foremost, I'm gonna apologize to my subscribers, to people that are following me, people that are following my journey, for not posting regularly like I used to, because before I gave birth, I was making sure that I upload content every week, which was my #1 goal, so that you guys are updated on what's going on currently. But after having a child, things have been crazy. If you guys don't know what the definition of crazy, that's me and my current situation right now. So without further ado, I am going to start this video so that we don't waste anybody's time. I understand you are busy, you're looking for solution to your problem, so I'm here to help you find the solution to your problem, maybe, because I'm learning every day. You know, one thing I've realized is that motherhood or being a parent does not come with a manual. Nobody really prepares you for what's to come. Like, let's take for example, in my situation about breastfeeding, I did not know that I had to do certain things for me to oversupply my milk for my little one. So it was kind of hard, and it been hard. I was stressed. I was literally crying. I was blaming myself, you know, just saying I failed my child, because why wouldn't you want to feed your baby? You know, the last thing a good parent would want is to starve their babies or their children. So with me not supplying enough milk for my baby, I kind of blame myself. I was so mad at myself. I was pissed off. Like, why is my body failing me? Why am I not having enough food for him? What they call the golden milk or whatever. Because I was looking at other parents, you know, they would say they pump so much, they even put in the freezer, others even donated to the hospitals. So I was like, why am I not doing the same thing? So the first thing that, you know, triggered all these questions and everything was the time I had my first son in 2021. So I had him end of December, and I was thinking to myself, okay, now he's here, what are we gonna do? You know, what am I gonna feed him? Thank goodness the hospital that I was at, you know, they trained me. They let me know how I'm supposed to do it. You know, the first few days when your baby's here, it's just the colostrum that you feed your baby, and you would think like they don't need so much, but it's just one little spoon that they can feed off of that and they'll be just fine. Which was like, okay, perfect, with just little dots from my, you know, breast to a spoon, or like a little bottle for you to feed your babies. And yeah, we did just that. So then going home from the hospital, that was early January 2022, you know, everything started out all great. You know, my boobs, I had so much milk. I would pump, put some in the refrigerator. Sometimes my mom, she was there to help me. So whenever I pumped last night or in the morning, I would leave milk for my little one. And yeah, so everything was great. I was excited. I'm living enough food. But unfortunately, I had to go to work like 5 weeks after that, and my supply started decreasing. I did not know how to, up it up, make sure that it's still, the same constant, so that I can have enough milk for my little one. So that stressed me, like I'm thinking about going to work, how am I thinking about pumping. My job was so flexible. They were good, and yeah, they told me, hey, if you want to pump, you can bring your breast pump here at the office, then lock your office and pump the food for your baby, milk, whatever. But I said, yeah, I can do it. But unfortunately, I was a new employee. I didn't want to pump while I have requests outside. Drivers wanted to talk to me. I have people putting things on my desk. You have to work on this, da 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 da. I couldn't pump, so me not pumping, or I would rush home to go feed my baby. It worked a couple of days, but after that, the milk started to decrease, which I did not like at all. So I made a drastic decision, which I didn't really like, to put him on formula, which I did. But I'm not saying that formula is bad. No, actually, a happy baby is a fed baby, so it doesn't matter if it's breast milk or formula. Yeah, but for me, I was just disappointed in myself that I couldn't breastfeed, so we ended up formula feeding him, and which is not even a bad idea, because my son is a strong, healthy baby. He grew so good. There were no anything bad that happened. So yeah, I'm glad I took that step. So currently, right now, because I am 9 weeks postpartum, that's like 2 months. My baby is 2 months right now. He's sleeping. I'm in the other room. So yeah, I'm exclusively breastfeeding, and yeah, the pumping is going great because I'm not working at the moment. I really I made a goal. I was like, when I give birth, I'm gonna stay at least 90 days to breastfeed my baby, and if all goes well, I am going to breastfeed until like 6 months, because once your child reaches 3 months, the supply starts to get low. I mean, me being African, yeah, the supply gets low, because some parents where I come from, they start feeding solid food, like not really like solid, but like porridge, just a tiny bit, to kind of get them started to eating solid food at that time. So yeah, that's what my goal is, 3 months, to be exact, for me to breastfeed. So everything has been going pretty good. I'm not saying I've breastfeed the whole time, but when situations arise, like for example, if I want to take a nap or get some rest and my sister comes to pick up my baby and I did not pump the previous night, I would just allow them to use formula. That's what I use, which is like the gentle ease formula, because sometimes you get fasty and all that. So yeah, I give them, so it's like once in a while, like not like, yeah, half and half. No, I breastfeed a lot. If I have to go somewhere, I'll just leave like 2 ounces of formula. And my son, if I breastfeed, like he can stay like for 3-4 hours without eating until I get back. And when I go run and around, it's like 2-3 hours, I'll be back. So we're good on that. So I'm gonna talk about what you can do to keep your supply constant or oversupplying your milk, so that you can store and not worry about your child eating. Number one, you have to eat the right food. I'm not saying that you stop eating at all, like eat vegetables or whatever. No, that's not what I'm saying. You have to eat the right amount of food. You have to eat a lot. Not saying eat junky foods. You have to eat healthy food, cooked foods, because when you're breastfeeding, you're gonna get hungry. Oh, you get hungry at any time of the day, midnight, morning, every time you get hungry. So you have to eat. Drink lots of water. Drink water, y'all. Water will help you, because while you are breastfeeding and you know the liquid is coming out of your body, so you'll be dehydrated, you'll be feeling lightheaded, you'll be having fatigue, you'll be feeling weird. So drink lots of water, drink tea. My sister back then, she told me to buy fenugreek. I don't know if it helped. I did buy it. I think I'll leave what it looks like here. Then yeah, black tea, it helped a lot, you know. Not stressing. Sometimes if you're stressed, your supply goes down. Because one amazing thing about breastfeeding is that whatever you do with your breastfeeding, it goes to your brain. So let's say, for example, you breastfeed 4 times a day, right? And you could guess, you know, if your child drinks 2, 3 ounces, 4 ounces. If your son eats a lot, like my son, let's take my situation. So my son drinks about 3, 4 ounces every time I feed him. So that's like 3, 4 times a day, because every time he wants to go in the booby. So what I do is I have to make sure that when he cries, I put him on the boob. You know, even if it's fast, I put him on the boob. I know that's kind of stressing, and I'm a little bit stressed with it, a little bit, not too much stress, you know, just like saying breastfeeding is demanding. So let's take, for example, it's 4 times a day. You have to keep up that same phase, because what your brain is gonna do is gonna communicate, you know, it's gonna know that, okay, this child is da 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 da. It's kind of like you go to a place giving out food. They'll ask you what's the household of the food that you're needing. Is it 3 or 4 or 2? So if you tell them 3, they'll give you food cut down to the 3 people that you've listed on the application. But with breastfeeding, if your child eats 4 times a day, so your brain is gonna connect to the booby saying that we only have supply for 4 times a day. But here's the trick: if you not breastfeeding, let's say for example your child sleeps, you know, they're tired, they've ate diaper change, they're gonna sleep for like 4 or 5 hours during the day, and your boobies, you know, have some milk, because you can tell if you still have some milk. Like if you touch your boobies, they'll be stiff, like firm. If you feel like there's a little bit of milk, you have to pump. But I know for my people where I come from, they don't usually pump like that, because I was asking my sister, hey, did you pump? She said no. You know, so if you don't pump, guess what happens? You lose the milk, which I don't like sometimes, but hey, the milk is gone. So I hate it when I wake up, or maybe when I'm working around the house, then I'm wet, you know, like this part is wet, like the milk has been leaking, and we don't want that. So what I do is, when I put him to sleep and there's still milk, I get the pump. Pump bottles. I'll leave them right here so that you guys can see. Yes, I pump, put it aside or in the refrigerator, because they can stay in the refrigerator up to 3 days. So you have to make sure you feed them before the 3rd day. But let's say, for example, you have no breast pump and your milk is leaking. What do you do? That's a great question. What do you do? So I did a little research with my African sisters back home. They said that they just breastfeed. If it leaks, it leaks. You know, they will just have to wash it, clean up. But to me, I'm like, I cry because every drop counts. I'm like, I literally cry when I have a drop, like when I'm pumping, like maybe I take it out rough and it splashes. I'm like, but that's breast milk. It's hard to pump. It hurts. So you gotta cherish it. You know what I mean? Like most people do not even get a chance to breastfeed. So yeah, you have to pump. So that's what I did to oversupply, you know. But one thing about me, I'll tell you, I do not freeze my breast milk. You know, I've heard parents say that it changes color to green. You know, it smells funny. But I asked, you still breastfeed? They say, yeah, it's still fine to breastfeed your child, okay, because their immune system is good. So I'm like, okay, fine. But for me, Caroline, personally, I'm not gonna freeze my milk. I like things fresh. For me to even put in the refrigerator is, you know, just in case I'm not home. If my sister wants to get the baby, she'll get the milk, warm it up in a bottle warmer, feed my child. But I'm never gonna put milk in the freezer. I hate things or meat or chicken that stays in the freezer for too long, because I feel like it loses taste. So I make sure that if I'm able to pump and I'm still home since I'm not working right now, I'll put it in the refrigerator or make sure he eats. You know, because my son right now, he's weighing 13 pounds. He went to the doctor's appointment yesterday for a 6-week checkup, but currently it's like 9 weeks. So they said he's weighing 13 pounds. I don't know if that in kg is like 5-6 kgs. I don't know. I've been converted, but you guys can do it. Yeah, so he's healthy. He's eating good. So yeah, the breast milk makes some babies, I'm not gonna say all babies, the breast milk makes some babies be big. Like, so my son is chunky, you know, like he looks good and healthy every time I want to bite him. But yeah, I'm not saying bite him in a bad way, just, you know, the obsession. If you're a mother, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So yeah, I don't like to put him in the freezer, so I make sure I overfeed him, not overfeeding him like as a punishment, you know, whenever he cries. So it has reached the point whereby if he cries, he just wants to put my boob. It's like a pacifier, you know. Part of me want to give him a pacifier, but I'm like, I don't want him to have a pacifier because kids get addicted to a pacifier. So I'm trying to use the opportunity that I have right now. If I can do it, I'm gonna go ahead and feed him. So that's what's going on. And yeah, just pump. If you're not gonna pump, just feed him, wake them up. Sometimes they say you can wake them up, but some nurses will say do not wake baby up, they have to sleep, it's good for their brain development. Okay, at the end of the day, do what works best for you. So that's what I did to increase my supply when it comes to breast milk. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, mothers: do not be stressed if milk doesn't come out, or if you feel or think that milk is not gonna come out. Sometimes, you know, the milk is gonna not come out if your baby is just feeding constantly. You will not see your boobs being bulged, you know, firm. No, you're not gonna see that. But I can assure you, if you put your child on the boob, they're gonna drink something. Sometimes that's cannot feel like it's coming out. Like this mother said, I pumped and I only pumped like an ounce, which was just a little bit. But you know, I put my son on the boobie. He ate, he was full, he went to sleep. So she was asking, so does it mean that the milk still come out even if I didn't pump a lot of milk? Then the answer was yes, you know, because sometimes the babies feed better from the boob than the bottle. So like the way you would pump, it's not gonna be the same flow as if a baby is feeding latching. Yes, that's what it was. So yeah, that's what I did. I hope you guys are gonna take these tips. So these are just the mistakes that I've learned throughout my breastfeeding journey. And yeah, one other thing I'm gonna tell you all, this thing that which I learned before breastfeeding or before going to the hospital, I was so amazed and I was so mad at myself, like why I didn't do my research. So it was basically you pumping a night before your labor. But that's kind of tricky, because how would you know you're in labor? Because sometimes labor just happens abruptly, boom, it just happens. So how do you know so that you can pump? So with my decision, it was different. Like, you know, my situation, I was gonna be induced, so I knew the date when I was gonna go inside the hospital for them to induce me. Or if you have a scheduled labor, you can, let's say your scheduled labor is on the 16th of any month, so you have to pump a night before or a day before. Just pump, even if milk is not gonna come out, but you have a tiny bit of milk or colostrum that's gonna come out. So yeah, do it before. I didn't do it, and I was so pissed off. Nobody told me. I didn't do my research. I'm not gonna blame it on nobody. It's my fault. I did not do my research. Yeah, so just pump if you have a scheduled labor. But if you do not know when you're gonna go in labor, because some people give birth early, so what do you do in that situation? I guess I would say, you know, throughout your entire pregnancy journey, you will know what's going on. Sometimes for a risk pregnancy, you will know, like, I'm gonna give birth early, or you know, just communicate with your OBGYN. Just ask them, hey, do you think I'm gonna give birth at such and such a time, since I'm high risk? And if they tell you yes, then you have to take the action plan now. Hey, I'm gonna breastfeed, because if you don't do that, it's gonna be so hard for you to check out the colostrum. For me, it was a little bit tricky and stress. You know, I was a 6-section mom for the second time, so I'm trying to get the colostrum, but I'm in pain. So it was kind of crazy. So and now the lactation is like, you know, just pushing so that we can have some food for the baby. And that was, you know, okay, it worked, but it was a little bit, you know, painful because my boobs were so firm. I did not know that I was supposed to pump the day before, but now this is what I would do if by any chance I'm going to have a child in the future. Since I know it's going to be another a C-section, since you know my kids do not like labor. So yeah, I am going to make sure that I pump a day before, or you know, if I have some milk, fine, I'll just store it in the refrigerator or go with it at the hospital, because they have some refrigerators where you can store your milk while you're there and wait until you've given birth, then you can feed your baby, just in case you know you're still feeling sick, you're in pain. You don't want that uncomfortability. At the end of the day, it's an amazing process. Like, it's a very beautiful process that God has, you know, given us, you know, to be able to welcome a new life on this earth, the child that you made, the child that you created. So yeah, that's just about it. I hope you know these tricks will help mothers out there, your friends, your neighbors, anybody. You know, this information you've learned today, you can go ahead and let them know, share this video with them so that they could be inspired. So yeah, just to wrap it up, eat amount of food, good food, healthy food, cooked food. Do not eat junk food, please. Do not drink alcohol excessively. You can drink 1 or 2 there. I know it can be bad advice, but do what works for you. Yeah, I'm not, yo, don't come for me. I'm just saying do what works for you. Yeah, drink tea, drink lots of water, because you're gonna be thirsty. Sometimes, you know, the thirst will just slap you and you're gonna drink water. The hunger in the middle of the night will slap you, so you're gonna wake up. While you're feeding your baby, you're eating. Yeah, so that's what it is. Eat the amount of food, don't stress. Make sure that you overfeed your babies if you want them to be, you know, a little bit big and chunky, because my sister was like, you know, breastfeed all the time, he cries because it's gonna be chunky and nice and cute. So that's what we did, and we're here. So yeah, I would like to know, if you've given birth before, what you did to oversupply your milk production for your little ones. Please let me know, let us know in the comment section, because everybody across the board are gonna come, you know, across my YouTube channel. They'll be looking for a solution and answer to their problems. So let us help them out. This is what this channel is about, to help mothers across the world, so that we can you know, grow healthy and be informative, because what kills us is ignorance. You know, ignorance is the worst. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you did to oversupply your milk, what food to eat, what not to eat, how to act with your little ones when they're hungry, and like, did you guys supplement with formula? Did you supplement with, you know, solid food when they turn 3 months? What did you do? I would like to know. So please share that in the comment section. Let's chat. I like to chat, so let's help other mothers out there. If you like this video, do not forget to hit that like button, and of course, if you want to join my channel and be part of my channel and my growth and what I have to share, I have great content coming up, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much, guys. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit notifications.